Michael Fleisher has been the boss of Jewish Family Services for the last 23 years. With his retirement coming up, Michael has decided he could use some of the therapy offered by JFS.
23 years ago, I got a call from the search committee of the JFS in Dallas, hoping that I might be available to interview for the vacant position down here. I was going to interview for the position in Cleveland because my boss was going to retire in a year. And I thought, well, if I go to Dallas, it'll be good practice for my interview in Cleveland. When I told my wife my plans, she in her usual articulate way said, "Yeah, right." But I said to her, don't worry, dear, we're never going to move to Dallas. In fact, it's so remote, if we move to Dallas, I'll shave my beard. And since then, I've had this burden hanging over me, this cloud, because we've come to Dallas and it's been a great 23 years, but I never shaved my beard. I even told my kids that story. And now they look at me and they say, "Dad, how can we trust you? You never shaved your beard." What should I do? I'm conflicted. Good girl. That was a good session. Good girl. Thank you so much. Good girl. Yeah.
Michael will leave an amazing legacy behind JFS. Most of all, when he came, we had a very good agency. But Michael raised it just a whole nother level and in every aspect.
I think one of the things I learned from Michael, because I was on the JFS board in the late 70s and early 80s, how different it is now, how much more professional it is now, and how it's because of his efforts to make sure that JFS stays a very professional organization.
Michael's had a lot of impact on the Dallas Jewish community for sure, and the community at large. One thing that comes to my mind, I don't know if he created it, but he certainly is its poster child, is the vernacular in which we talk about social services in this town. So when people walk in, if someone has food insecurity issues, they definitely have other challenges, underemployment or unemployment, family issues, mental health issues, they might be seniors. And so Michael's really given us this concept, has championed this concept of wraparound services, of a one-stop shop, of taking care of the whole person.
Michael's legacy at JFS has JFS leaning forward in countless ways. In my view, he is the leader who literally and figuratively brought JFS out of the basement.
This is a very exciting day at the resale shop. We just got a call that we're going to get a six-figure donation. Every donation is important to Jewish Family Service, but 6 figures is really, really special. This one's coming from Linda Garner, who's been a wonderful donor and supporter and leader of the agency for many, many years. Looks like this is Linda now.
Hey, Michael, thanks so much for meeting me here.
Oh, of course. For a generous donation like this, I wouldn't think otherwise.
Yeah, and a lot heavier than I thought.
Heavier? What do you mean? Didn't you just put it on paper?
Paper? No, it's plastic.
Plastic?
Ethel, pop the trunk, please.
Linda, those are mannequins.
Mannequins? I thought they were called figures.
You know, people will think that Michael's legacy is about the growth of the organization, about the expansion of services, the fundraising increase, and the establishment of the foundation. But I think that's a tremendous understatement of Michael's near 25-year legacy at JFS. I think you have to look at his legacy in the faces and the names of people that have been saved, changed, whose lives have been improved, and faces and names we'll never know, and their progeny that have come after them because of the work that he's done and led with his team.
Jewish Family Service was a small, faith-based social service agency serving the general community. He leaves it as a very comprehensive social service and mental health agency that serves the entire community. We used to call ourselves the best kept secret in town. Now when I go through the community, every social service and mental health provider that I run into knows who Jewish Family Service is and has great respect for us.
There is much that I admire and love about Michael Fleisher. The integrity with which he does every single thing he does, the humility, the curiosity about what's next, the sense of vision about how to meet it, and the sense of commitment every day. I really believe that Michael Fleisher stays up at night worrying about our community, and that means that I sleep better.
Three chefs are challenged to create an unforgettable meal with the contents of these baskets containing ingredients found in the JFS pantry before time runs out. Whoever has the best meal will win the grand prize, a coveted spot in the JFS cookbook. The losers will be sent home on Chopped JFS edition. Let's meet our chefs.
I have 30 years experience. I've trained in France. I'm gonna win.
I come from 5 generations of chefs. We've cooked for kings and we've worked in 5-star restaurants.
I'm Michael Fleisher, and I just like to putter in the kitchen.
The rules are you have a basket of mystery ingredients and you must use every ingredient in some way before time runs out. You also have access to the JFS pantry. The judges critique and you'll be judged on presentation, taste, and creativity. Let's take a look at your baskets. Chef 1, you have salmon, mac and cheese, and mayonnaise. Chef 2, you have a chicken, vegetables, and broth. Michael, your basket is filled with grapes, herbal tea, and Triscuits. Chefs, you have 20 minutes. Good luck. Time's up.
Ready? How do you make those grapes so quickly?
Michael, since you're the only one that completed a meal, tell us about your dish.
Well, what we have here is a cinnamon apple spice tea rubbed chicken with Triscuit crust in a grape reduction sauce for your pleasure.
Michael, you're clearly the JFS Chop Champion. Looks like retirement isn't slowing you down.
Of all the days in his life, besides the day that he married his fabulous wife, and besides the day that, all his, wonderful children were born, the best day in Michael's life was the day that Central Market opened in Dallas, followed closely by the day that Sprouts opened. One thing I hope that people know about Michael, and I think many people do know about Michael, is what a great job he did during the last 23 years of paying as much attention to his family as he did to Jewish Family Service. My kids wanted me to say, "Dad, we're proud of you and we love you," and I second that motion.
We're going to try very hard to continue his legacy and continue to grow in whichever direction we go, but with the content, the ethics, the passion, the quality that he has left to us.